guys, what's up? It's your Super J and welcome back to my channel. We talk about all things money, finance, and entrepreneurship. Guys, in today's video, I'm going to be telling you a little story, okay? In my last video, I think it was the video that I previously posted, dumb purchases I made before I turned 21. I talked about how one of the dumbest purchases that I made were student loans. And I asked you guys if you wanted an in-depth story about why I dropped out of college. And a couple of you all in the comments said, yeah, we want to know the story. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you the story as to why I dropped out of college. And if you hear any noise outside or any noise in this video, it's 5 o'clock in the morning and the birds are outside having their daily chapter meeting. But before we jump into today's video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up because it definitely helps out my channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter because I'm active there almost daily. And without further ado, let's jump to today's video. Starting off, even from kindergarten all the way up to high school, I always struggled in school. I always didn't make like the best grades because I always had like a really hard time focusing. I have like a very short attention span and I get distracted very easily. So like from kindergarten, elementary school, middle school, I always had the same issue. Well, in middle school for 2 years, I went to private school and that was the only time where I actually made like good grades. But other than that, other than 7th and 8th grade, kindergarten all the way up through high school was really bad, and especially in high school, that was when my grades were the worst. In high school, I did not go to a traditional high school. I actually went to a fine arts magnet school and I majored in theater and I minored in chorus because I really wanted to be an actress, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to move to California, because I wanted to be like an actress. But as you get older, your passions will change, and I think that I kind of changed from wanting to be an actress from wanting to be an entrepreneur. So when I was in high school, with me deciding that I wanted to move to California, I did research on business schools in California and I came across USC, and the Marshall School of Business at USC is one of the best business schools in the country. So that was the school I was set on. Like I was set on going to USC. So the plan was to move to California and go to USC and be like this actress, ex-entrepreneur type of combination, and it just did not work out like that at all. If you know, USC is very big on academics, okay? You need like straight A's to get into that school, and my grades were horrible. I really tried. At some point in high school, I really tried to make good grades, but it was like, okay, like the teacher would be teaching and I would be focusing. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna focus. And then my mind would wander and I'm like, okay, come back. And then I would come back and then my mind would wander again. And then I would come back and then my mind would wander again. And you do that about 5 or 6 times. By the time you keep making yourself come back, you're lost. You don't even know what's going on in class anymore. And then you try to raise your hand like, can you repeat that? And the teacher's gonna be like, oh, why weren't you paying attention? And it's just a lot of going back and forth. So there was a lot of times where I would just be confused and I just wouldn't say anything. And so my grades in high school were really bad. I think at one point my GPA in high school was like a 2.3 for one semester or something. And then by the time I graduated, I think my graduating GPA was like a 2.4 or a 2.5. So my grades are way too bad for USC or any college for that matter. I couldn't apply for any college because my grades were so bad. So going to college, a traditional college straight out of high school, was not an option for me. So I revised the new plan. So my plan was to go to community college for 2 years, kind of get a clean slate, and then transfer to USC for the last 2 years. I thought that it would be way easier to go to a community college in California and transfer to USC from a community college in California than it would be for me to transfer from a community college in Georgia, because the credits in Georgia are different. The credits in another state are going to be different, and I just didn't want to take any chances with me taking a class and the credits didn't transfer. So I took that class for no reason. That's a waste of money. So as you all know, that's what I did. I moved out here for college, but when I moved out here, it was not a smooth transition. It was a lot going on, and I already wasn't the best student on top of everything else that I had going on. I was just really struggling. Like, I don't know why I thought that I was just going to go to college. Like, I'm just not the best student in a traditional learning environment. Like, sitting down at a desk and having somebody teach at a whiteboard, it just doesn't work. Like for me, like I just get really distracted really easily. I don't know why I thought that I was gonna go to college and just become this straight A student. Like no, all I did was go to college and continue to make more bad grades. I used to love to watch the entrepreneurship videos and the entrepreneur vlogs on YouTube, and while I was in college failing my classes, I would be watching entrepreneurship videos on YouTube. And I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. Like I've always wanted to have my own business. Like literally when I was in high school, I was trying to start my own hair company. Like I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. And while I was watching videos on YouTube, I was literally learning step by step how to become an entrepreneur. Like you guys know those videos where, you know, the girls will be making like lip gloss or whatever, and they'll tell you where to get the packaging from, where to get your label maker, where to find vendors, where to get everything that you need to start your business. And that's what I wanted to learn. That's what I wanted to know. That's what I was going to college for. Towards my second semester of college, because I only went to college for 1 year, first semester and second semester, and then I just never enrolled again. Towards my second semester of college, that's when my eyes were starting to become a little bit open that this may be a complete waste of time and money. For example, so my last semester of high school, I took this class called econ. I think it was like macroeconomics or whatever. I loved that class. I loved everything that I was learning in that class. We were talking about finance. We were talking about money. Ooh, I loved that class. In my first semester of college, I took this class called Introduction to Entrepreneurship. You guys, please explain to me how the second part of this class was literally everything I learned verbatim in my macroeconomics class. I'm literally talking about GDP, opportunity cost, supply and demand. Well, supply and demand is entrepreneurship, but still, they could have literally took the ladies' lesson plan. Literally everything I learned, it was the same thing. The only difference is that I was paying for this class. So I'm paying for a class to learn something that I literally just learned not even a year ago. My second semester was in May. My second semester of my senior year in high school was in May. I'm taking this class in October. Like literally not even a year ago. Another thing that really just it just blew me about college was the fact that when you're watching videos on YouTube, right? You're watching videos from somebody who is a business owner showing you how they run their business. Like this person owns a business and they're showing you everything that they use to run their business. When you're getting taught an introduction to entrepreneurship class by a professor in college, the professor is not an entrepreneur. Like she was a very nice lady, very sweet lady, very nice, but she had never ran a business before. She was not an entrepreneur. She was like a really high up manager, like in different like hotels or different restaurants and stuff. But I don't want to be a manager. I want to own the hotel, if that makes any type of sense. So it was just really strange to me about how I'm trying to be taught how to be an entrepreneur from somebody who wasn't even an entrepreneur. That didn't really make any sense. Towards the middle of my second semester of high school, I came across drop shipping on YouTube, and I immediately became obsessed. This was in 2019. So like Hayden Bowles and Scott Hilsey and Dan Dalslavia, I hope I'm saying his name right. All of those drop shipping YouTubers, I would literally binge watch their YouTube videos. I would even attend their free webinars that they would host that were literally just trying to get you to buy their expensive course. And it would literally become so frustrating because I would be watching a dropshipping YouTube video or watching a Facebook ads YouTube video or at a webinar or something, and I would have to stop what I was doing to go to my English class. And it just became even at 18 years old, I just had this moment. I was like, wow, I'm watching this video, learning to do what I want to do, and I have to stop to go to this class. And what is this class doing for me? Is this class teaching me how to make money? Is this class helping me get to where I want to be in life? I understand if I would have finished out college, I need these classes for my electives or whatever, but I was just no, this is not doing anything for me. I'm not paying attention. This class is a waste of my time. I could be at home watching videos trying to learn how to drop ship, because I was obsessed with it at the time. That's what I wanted to do. That was my career path. So towards the end of my second semester, USC became out of the picture. I had failed too many classes. I had dropped too many classes. Like throughout your whole college, USC only allows you to drop like 2 classes or something, and I had dropped like 5. I had failed a class the previous semester. USC became out of the picture academic wise and money wise. Another issue that I had in college was the finances, okay? Because my mother is extremely against student loans. Okay, rightfully so. Student loans are horrible, right? But neither one of my parents had any money put away for me to go to college. So if I wanted to go to college, that was all on me. And once the light bulb went off in my head that was like, yeah, we want to do this, not college. I was like, I'm not going to pay for this if I don't want to do it. This is expensive. When they told me the total for my semester for 1 year, it was so expensive. I think it was like $1,500, and then to cover this semester, my second semester was like another $1,500. I was like, I don't even want to be here. I'm not going to pay for this. So becoming more aware of how much college costs, I started doing research on how much it would cost me to go to USC, and I think it would have been like $70,000 a year, and I would have had to go like $140,000 to go to that school for 2 years, and that was so expensive. And at 18, I was like, like I'll just do it, whatever, it's no big deal. And I'm so thankful that I just had the light bulb that was just like, no, that's really dumb. That's $140,000 even with scholarships. Let's say I got a partial scholarship by the grace of God. For some way I got USC paid for half my school. That's still $70,000 for a degree to become an entrepreneur. Like now that I'm older, I'm just like, wow, that would have been really dumb. So USC became out of the picture academic wise and money wise, and there was no other college that I wanted to go to. Like, no, I didn't want to go to any other college. I just wanted to go to USC because I really wanted to go to the Marshall School of Business. So once USC became out of the picture, I was kind of just in college for no reason. I was like, this is pointless. So my second semester of college was over, and when August came around, it was time for me to enroll for classes. I just didn't. I just was like, yeah, no. And I haven't gone back since. I do not regret dropping out at all. Not one bit. It's probably one of the smartest decisions I've made since I became a legal adult. That is one of the best decisions I've ever made. In fact, everything in life is a learning experience, and I can't go back in time and redo stuff, but I wish I would have never went, to be honest, because that's $3,500 that I could have had in my pocket. The biggest thing that I'm irritated about is the fact that I spent money. I guess, it's a learning experience, but if I could go back in time, I would have never went. Okay, it was honestly really pointless and a big waste of my time. I still really want to do drop shipping, but drop shipping is really expensive. That's why it didn't work out the first time I tried to do it. Drop shipping itself is not expensive, but as you all know, the Facebook ads are very, very expensive. So as of right now, I'm just watching as many YouTube videos as I can. I might actually bite the bullet and buy a course so I can really learn how to do Facebook ads. So when I do start doing it, I don't waste a whole bunch of money. But yeah, that is why I dropped out of college. It's one of the best decisions I've ever made. I'm really irritated that I went in the first place because I would have saved a whole bunch of money if I never went. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Give this video a thumbs up if you like story times. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up because like I said in the beginning of this video, it definitely helps out my channel. Comment down below if you dropped out of college, if you thought about dropping out of college, if you're considering dropping out of college, just let me know. We can talk about it. College is necessary for a lot of career fields. It just wasn't necessary for mine. And make sure you subscribe for more story times. Make sure you subscribe for more story times, and just subscribe because we're talking about college, we're talking about dropping out, we're talking about all things money, finance, entrepreneurship. Why wouldn't you want to subscribe to that? I don't know, but I would if I were you. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. In the meantime, stay strong because I love you. Bye, guys.